Hey, welcome back to Bull Buggers. I'm Steve. Today's video is about cleaning your still. So as you can see here, my still's looking a little bit well used, and it's looking a little bit more brown than copper color. That's normal. That's why we use copper, because it takes out the sulfides and other dodgy chemicals out of your alcohol. As I think you might be able to see there, it gets quite black inside. And discoloration. I've done quite a few runs in one go, so generally you want to clean your still, especially when you buy it. That helps you get rid of any leftover of from any solder, lead solder that might be on it, or they may have left a chemical on it to leave it shiny and oily. What often guys do is they'll spray either spray and cook or WD-40 just to leave it, so it gives it a coating so that it doesn't get tarnished, because even just sitting in your lounge it's going to tarnish. That's normal. We've all seen that with granny's trinkets inside on a side counter. Alright, so I want to clean this and I want to get it freshened up because I've been doing a good couple of brandy runs. Now I want to go into whiskey, so I don't want to be bringing also a flavour that might be sitting inside the still and have that affect my whiskey. So I'm going to clean that up now. So there's a couple of methods. One is using citric soda. I bought this at your grocery store. Get it all over. It works. It takes a little bit more effort, a little bit more scrubbing, but it will clean your copper for you. The other thing to do is a recipe that is used all around the world. It's called 551. Basically it's 551, so it's 500 mils of water to 50 mils of hydrogen peroxide. This I got from my local chemist or pharmacy. And then the one is basically an ounce or 1 tablespoon of citric acid, not soda. So that's your 551, 500 mils of water, 50 mils of hydrogen peroxide, and 1 tablespoon of citric acid. Now, so that'll make you half a litre. I'll need a bit more than that to clean my still. So I've got a couple of bottles. Basically you just ramp it up. So this is a bottle, it's 100 mils. So my recipe becomes 1 litre of water to one of these bottles and 2 tablespoons of citric acid. So I've got 6, so I'll be doing 6, making a 6 litre batch. It just makes it a little bit easier to get everything covered. Alright, so let me set that up and then we aim for a way and we can get going with the cleaning. Let's go. Okay, so I've got my solution in here. I've just stirred it up so that there's the citric acid has dissolved. Just by leaving this in now, already I'm starting to see a change in the actual copper color. See, it's starting to come through. This side's already coming through nicely, and on the inside, after just a few minutes, I'm starting to get the black away, and the copper color is coming through. So I'm going to leave that to sit a little bit longer. I'm not even going to bother with giving it a good scrub yet. I'll just leave it to sit for a few more minutes, and I'll just fill the head up so I can show you what it looks like afterwards. You can see that I'm working with hydrogen peroxide. I'm not going to worry about it with my hands. Your wife probably, or girlfriend, has probably used hydrogen peroxide for her hair, or we did as lighties when we were trying to look like surfers. This, because it's diluted, I can handle with my hands. If it was dangerous, I'd probably be missing a digit or 2 by now. I've done this quite a few times. So I'll leave that to sit for a few minutes and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Cool. Alright, so I'm done with this now. You can see it's nice and clean compared to what it used to look like. I reckon I'm happy. What I'll do now is I'm just going to soak this in soap, give a bit of a wipe with soapy dishwater, just to clean any of the chemicals off, and then rinse it off with some cold water and then let it dry. And then we'll get stuck onto this one. Cool. Right, so I'm done with the top. I'm going to put this one in now. I'm going to just leave the top in like that, and I'll show you what it looks like, just leaving to settle a bit. Then once I'm done with that, then I'll start to fill it up with a bit of the solution and just put it on the side and roll it over every couple of minutes. So it takes a bit of time. Not having I probably could have bought a more of a rectangular bucket to be able to fit this in, but it only takes a couple of minutes, and then I'm sorted. So we'll let this sit for a while, and I'll show you what the top will look like and the difference between what it was and what it's going to be, hopefully. Okay, so this has literally been sitting in here for 5 minutes, and if I take it out, you can already see, without even doing anything to it, the color change and how it's already cleaning. I haven't even used the sponge on this yet, so that's doing its job nicely. I'll leave that in some more, and then I will, actually no, I'll just put this at an angle and let that sit in the solution there for a bit. So might as well show you this now. I don't know if I'm getting that in, but you can even see the color change there, how it's been cleaned already. So, alright, I'll leave it to sit on its side and come back a little bit later. See you then. Okay, now this has literally been 2 minutes. So I'm going to lift it up and see, and you can see immediately the color change and what's going on there. So now all I'll do is I'll just slowly rotate it over and over a bit and get that to start the process. Once I've gone all the way around, then I'll just give it a bit of a wipe on top with the sponge, and then once the outside's done, then I'll start to fill up what's inside and then give that a bit of a wipe, and then I'll be done. We'll see when this process is done. Okay, so that's pretty much done. I'm happy with that. This has been soaking in here too. Give that a quick wipe over. And that's cool. Inside there's also nice in there. Just wanted to show you. So this I left out, and you can actually see the color difference there too. And even now, after it's been out for a while, just put that in for a couple of minutes. I'll take that out, and even just with my thumb, it's starting to come clean. So that'll carry on now. Right, so this, what I'm going to do, I'm happy with the outside. I'm now just going to jug it into the still. You can see that now too, the colors, it's getting a little bit darker. Obviously, the longer you leave your still, this is also a good tip too. If you haven't used a still in a long time, you'll probably come back to your still and it'll be like a very old looking copper pot. When you do this process, then this will be a hell of a lot darker. So I'm just going to fill what's in here into the still, and then start working on the inside now, and then that should finish the whole process. Okay, so pretty much done here. I've emptied it out. I'm happy with it being nice and clean. As you can see, that's now getting a lot darker. That's fine. I can still carry on using this. I'm not gonna, no, that's not gonna affect, the color's not gonna affect anything. So there's a few small little parts which I'll use the same solution and just keep reusing it. So now what I'm going to do, I'm happy that this is clean. I will give this a wipe down with some soapy water and some fresh water. And then I can set it up and start getting ready for some popcorn sour mash whiskey, which will be in our next video. So stay tuned, man. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers guys, see you in the next video.